time, run!
We're going. Got a long minute.
Okay. Chill. Okay.
The clip is from Alaskan Bigfooter, a channel run by Todd who explores possible Sasquatch areas at night using thermal and infrared equipment. On April 21st, 2026, he was at Little Twin Lakes Campground in Washington State, where he came across strange X-shaped stick formations in the woods. The place already felt unsettling, but he still managed to record what happened and make it out.
We've been in here.
Oh, sorry, Scott. I'm trying to figure out my way in here.
And the vibe has been different at different times.
And how are you feeling about it now?
I feel really good. I feel welcomed.
I've already thought I've heard like movement or two little like twig snaps.
This area in the past has felt really creepy. In through here.
I'm not getting a good limb.
But I'm not feeling that right now.
Oh, that'll change.
It's definitely squatchy. It's definitely, there is a presence, but I'm not getting that creeped out
Right.
feel.
I agree. Same feeling.
Feels welcoming.
Feel squatchy but welcoming, yeah.
Let's keep it that way.
Like I said, that may change.
Yummy.
Todd and his team moved into the thick woods to leave a jar of peanut butter behind. At first, the area didn't feel threatening, even though it had that strong Sasquatch vibe. But deeper in, they noticed fresh claw marks high on the trees, and several X-shaped stick formations that looked deliberately placed. After that, the mood changed. The air felt heavier, breathing became harder, and the whole place started to feel tense before anything even happened.
I saw a head with glowing eyes. I'm kind of freaked out with this IR. See, what the? And I'm little freaked right now. Something's throwing boulders in the freaking water, dude. That scared the freak. What is that red light there? And I'm looking at, you have a camera there, right?
Oh my God.
Oh. Are you okay?
Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
Oh no.
Upright body size heat signature. I see it right now. I'm looking right at it. It's not moving. No, but it's right. One body size heat signature. I see it. Possibility that it's a tree, the bars that got treated the last little bit of the sun.
The tension rises when one investigator looks through the infrared camera and spots what seems like a head with glowing eyes staring from the bushes. Moments later, something large is thrown into the water nearby, causing the group to panic. One of them falls in the dark and damages part of the camera gear. As they regroup, the thermal camera picks up a still, body-sized heat shape standing in the trees. Then, another loud sound comes from close by, and the team decides to leave. What began as a calm investigation quickly turns into a rushed escape from the woods. On October 16, 2025, solo traveler Kevin Wald finally made it to Yellowstone National Park, a place he had clearly been excited to visit. His channel usually centers on peaceful truck camping, scenic road trips, and quiet travel moments. During the day, the trip felt bright and full of energy as he explored Yellowstone's well-known spots with genuine excitement. But once darkness settled in, that open, welcoming feeling started to change.
Guys, look at this spot. Absolutely beautiful out here. Gotta say, I lucked out again. I don't know, it's not perfect. We are just on the side of the road, but I don't know, it's okay, it's pretty perfect. Looks like there's plenty of places to walk too. Let's go check out this trail right here. And back downhill we go. No rattlesnakes, please. I don't think there's rattlesnakes here. There might be. If Alberta has rattlesnakes, then here probably does too. Check out that view. And just a short walk away, truck's like right there. See just through the trees and down this hill. turn on some more lights in here, eh? Maybe open a window or two. I gotta get some dinner started because I'm a little hungry. So we have two choices: pork chop or sloppy joes. You know, I haven't had sloppy joe in a long time. Oh wow, that's a little bit of chaos up there. That's a little more chaos falling down. Okay, sloppy joes. No, I know I have one of these because I've been really saving it. I've just never seen a time that I actually wanted to have a sloppy joe. But there is a first for everything. We might need a bigger pan. I have a lot of beef. Note to self, defrost your buns. Also note to self, I forgot to frost my buns. Or defrost my buns. They're already frosty. Just stick them like right here. That might do it. Beef's looking good. Only thing I'd say it's missing is some mushrooms. Here we go. Okay, last time I opened this, I swear. Alright, instructions. 1 can of tomato paste. I might not have tomato paste. I have pizza sauce. Is that the same thing? Do I dare try it? No, it'll just taste like pizza. Ah! How could I have been so naive? I would have just made burgers. Well, you know what they say, when all else fails, tacos. Taco burgers to be exact. Oh, this is silly. We'll call this silly tacos. I don't even know what we're eating. Taco on a bun. The expectations are low, as always. You know, better than expected. Okay, we'll have a little fire for a short amount of time. I mean, I think this spot is just asking for it.
That night, Kevin sits by a small fire in a completely still forest with no nearby cars, lights, or signs of other campers. The place feels calm at first, but the silence is heavier than expected, and faint movement somewhere in the trees slowly changes the mood.
I think one thing's for certain. We might get a storm out here tonight. I'm just looking at those clouds back there. Yeah, worries me a little bit. I wonder if someone put this log here for sitting. It's not a bad log for that.
Kevin goes quiet and listens as another call echoes through the trees. The sounds seem to shift around him, coming from more than one direction, leaving him unsure if it is coyotes nearby or something bigger moving through the dark.
Right when I said it was quiet. You know what they're doing, right? They spotted me, so they're letting the rest of the pack know where I am. Telling them that I'm here right now. This is probably kind of creepy, actually. Oh, it's been a long weekend. Well, actually, it's been a long week. I drove all the way from, Canada on when was it? 1 week ago. It's been nonstop filming, nonstop talking and everything else. I definitely feel drained right now. I'm also, I don't know. Maybe those wolf sounds were just in my head. Nothing really happened. This fire died down here, maybe. I will say that wood burns forever. Well, guys, after a fun night of listening to wolves and sitting by the fire, I did have a nice time by the fire and everything. It's just, it's a little creepy out there. It's okay. We all get creeped out sometimes, right? But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this one. I got nothing else for you tonight. I'm going to head off to bed.
Feeling worn down, Kevin admits the isolation is starting to mess with his sense of distance, making every sound seem closer and harder to read. With no clear explanation, he decides not to push it and lets the night end quietly. Most people would probably call it coyotes, and maybe that is all it was, but those calls still felt coordinated enough to suggest something out there knew exactly where he was. On May 15th, 2026, Sydney was traveling through North Georgia near Dalton and Ellijay. She is a solo female traveler filming life on the road in a vintage vehicle with no crew or backup, just real places and whatever happens along the way. She made it out with the footage, and this is where the story starts.
Well, it says my site is right here. Here we go. Please tell me there's nobody here. Thank goodness. I just realized there's a tent down there. Like, is somebody homeless living over there? I don't know what to do. There's a freaking tent over there. Do I go up to it? Hello? Is anybody in that tent? I'm in a pickle, guys. I'm in a pickle. I'm in a bit of a pickle because I don't know if there's somebody in that tent, and I don't know where else to go without having to scale a mountain. So I'm just gonna back up and call this camp. This is so annoying. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here either.
After a rough day of engine trouble, weak brakes, steep mountain roads, and fading daylight, Sydney finally pulls into a flat clearing near Ellijay to rest. The spot seems usable at first, but then she notices an odd-looking tent already set up away from the water, with no clear sign of anyone around. Her instinct tells her to leave, but tired and low on options, she ignores that feeling and stays.
Dude, I'm like scared. Holy... I don't know where he went. Wait. Oh. Holy.
You okay?
Yeah. But there's some like guy right there.
Right where?
Like he just like walked through my campsite. Holy. I'm shaking right now. What? I feel like I shouldn't like be like shaking this bad. I don't know, like no, but oh brother, oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm leaving. Holy. Oh, God. Sorry. This isn't funny, but it's like. Dude, my only saving grace. Oh Oh my God.
While on FaceTime with friends inside the van, Sydney suddenly notices a man walking straight into the campsite. He has no hiking gear, no outdoor setup, and does not react like someone who accidentally found her there. She starts the engine, hoping it will scare him off, but he keeps moving, crosses in front of the headlights, drops his bag near the abandoned tent, and begins pacing while watching her. Sydney drives away immediately and reaches a Holiday Inn parking lot, shaken but safe. Looking back, she realizes that if her window covers had been up or her headphones had been in, she might never have noticed him approaching. After that night, ignoring her instinct is no longer an option. Kevin's videos are usually pretty normal, practical, and even a little fun, but this time the setting felt completely different. Instead of camping in some quiet woods or a regular city park, he chose to stealth camp near Mount Hope Cemetery in Rochester, one of New York's oldest and biggest cemeteries, spread across around 200 acres with more than 350,000 graves. At first, it seemed like just a Halloween season challenge, since it was October, and Kevin even said he didn't believe in ghosts. He almost treated the whole thing like a joke as he sneaked in through a maintenance area to avoid being noticed.
But otherwise, pretty open back here. I do have to find somewhat of a place to squirrel away. I'm gonna try and get up and out as soon as possible, but I don't know when the maintenance people come. I do have sort of a backup escape route idea. I think if I just go over that way down a hill, I can get out without going back through that maintenance area, which is probably what I'll do anyway, regardless of if I hear maintenance people arriving tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, there's graves. There are the graves.
Kevin's camping spot wasn't far away in the wild. It was inside the city, with homes, roads, and open fields around the cemetery, which made the whole thing feel even more uncomfortable. He settled into a small, hidden area near the graves, close enough to still see the headstones through the trees. As it got darker, the fear didn't come from ghosts. It came from the fact that the cemetery was still used by real people. Dog walkers, cyclists, and workers could pass through at any time, and Kevin knew he had no permission to be there.
Nighttime now. Oh geez, I've been quiet for a while, and me doing that apparently disturbed something over there. I don't know. Tons of animals in this tiny little patch of woods. Some might call it a forest. But it's time to eat. I've got this thing ready to go. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. It's maybe a little unorthodox, or maybe like super common. I'm not really sure, but what I'm gonna do is I'm having hot dogs. I'm gonna just light this up, and I'm gonna cook the hot dogs on the flame of this thing. So, well, that was a delicious meal. Really can't complain. It's kind of like weirdly good. Didn't expect it to be that good, just cooking it right on the isobutane there. Yeah, strange night so far. I don't know if you're hearing that. What is that? It sounds like something falling out of the tree, but like, oh God. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with back here. A lot of animals, a lot of strange sounds. Nothing like haunting or anything like that. Just deer. At one point, like, there was a deer that like ran maybe 5 feet away from me, and I just shined my light on it and saw it that ran away real quick. Like I said, I'm in a very small forested area in the middle of the city, so animals don't have a lot of places to go. Little small forested areas are very dense with animals. Still don't know what that was that I just heard. It was just like tick, 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 something just continuously happening on the other side of this tent. Not really sure what that was. I wish I could get more footage of the cemetery and everything, but even just despite the fact that it's like 1 day away, maybe despite the fact that it was 1 day away, that it's 1 day away from a full moon, it's too dark to film. Yeah, well, like I said, middle of
All night, the place stayed noisy. Dry leaves kept moving, twigs cracked nearby, and little sounds came from every direction. Deer wandered close to his camp, and smaller animals kept rushing through the dark around him. Then, he heard a strange knocking sound coming from somewhere deeper in the cemetery, almost like pieces of wood hitting each other. He tried to explain it away as deer antlers, or maybe people somewhere in the distance. But sitting there alone at night, surrounded by thousands of graves, those simple explanations didn't feel as comforting anymore.
something walking closer to me. It's probably a deer, but I'm gonna do something just in case it's not. Okay, it stopped walking, whatever it was. It didn't run away. I'm just gonna go with it. It's a deer. Oh man, I thought that was a deer's butt at first. Before I zoomed in, I thought that was a deer facing the other way. Yeah, well, this is what it's like here, next to the cemetery. You know? I picked up on that. Somebody went like a whistle sound. So there's definitely people in the cemetery doing something right now.
From farther inside the cemetery, strange little sounds kept reaching him. Soft whistles, dull metal-like noises, and movements he couldn't place. They weren't clear enough to understand, but they were too noticeable to brush off. The moonlight spread across the graves, giving the headstones a pale outline in the dark. He could make out shapes around him, but that only made the place feel more uneasy, not safer. Nothing clearly supernatural happened that night, but the real change came right before morning.
Quite sure what that sound was, but I'm in the tent now. I'm gonna hang out for a little while. This isn't gonna be one of those videos where like you know, hear someone look on the tent and I'm like, oh, who is that? My tent is like, it's like half mesh, probably more than half mesh. You can see outside. I mean, I can't see, it's totally dark, but you know what I'm saying. There's no secrets to anyone on the outside of the tent. There's no secrets to anyone on the inside of the tent. Well, I'm probably going to update more with like weird sounds and stuff, but if I don't, I'll see you guys in just a second. Something, probably a deer, walking around me all night, all freaking night. Sometimes it gets close, sometimes I hear it a little farther away, and I think that's actually maybe that bone sound, that stick sound I heard was that buck maybe rubbing his antlers on stuff. I've heard that a few times throughout the night. And I do know there's a buck walking around because I've seen him. Oh no. I don't want to see that right now. That's most likely the workmen arriving for the day. It's like 6:30. Oh my god, there's just a vehicle over there. I'm screwed. I gotta go.
A Around 6:30 a.m., Kevin saw headlights through the trees as workers arrived near the same maintenance area he had used to enter. The fear quickly shifted from the cemetery itself to the risk of being caught. He packed quietly, but every small sound felt too loud. With his original exit blocked, he used a deer trail he had noticed earlier and slipped out unseen. That morning, tension was enough for him to say he would never do it again. This case comes from KBOW TV Paranormal, a UK channel run by Carl and Aaron, two grounded investigators who spend nights in places most people would avoid completely. On August 26, 2025, they head to Cannock Chase in England, setting up near a war cemetery, the kind of location that already feels like a mistake before anything even happens.
The activity that goes on around here. What the f*** was that? Did you just throw something at? Yeah. You know what I mean? Honest to God, he's just threw something at my tent. Man. If you just listen, have a listen.
While they are still getting settled, something heavy suddenly hits the side of the tent from outside. There are no footsteps beforehand, no warning at all, just a hard impact against the fabric, instantly making the surrounding woods feel occupied.
There's people coming with lights. Where? Over there. See?
No. You're taller than me. Oh, let's get back to the tent.
Coming with lights, Carl.
Yeah, let's get back to the tent. See, that's the one thing about making these videos of places.
Seems like they can't do this.
It's real people. You know, actual people that are more scary than the paranormal. I don't even know where I am. The lights. Let's go up here. It's got to be around here somewhere, the tents.
Did you hear that little giggle?
No?
Kind of thing.
No? Honestly?
Swear down. Right, let's go find a piece.
Later, near the German military cemetery, they notice several flashlight beams moving through the trees toward them. The thought of unknown people tracking them in the dark is enough to send them rushing back toward camp. Once they reach the tents, a bright flash suddenly appears outside, causing another scare before they realize it is only a reflection from Aaron's equipment monitor. The relief is brief because the woods still feel far from safe.
Huh?
Quiet fear.
Did you hear like little kiddies then? Ooh, it's a weird hat. Mistake?
Near the graves, they turn on a spirit box app and try to make contact. The air seems to grow colder, and the mood around them gets heavier. Then a rough voice pushes through the static with three unsettling words: quiet, fear, and mistake, making the session feel instantly more serious.
Bang, wasn't it?
Fire, good gun.
What?
Why didn't we hear anything until we started?
I know, yes. This is scary as hell. That was getting a bit weird.
Right after that, a violent blast erupts ahead of them, lighting up the darkness and hitting with the force of a gunshot or firework. In the middle of empty woods after midnight, the sound feels completely out of place and instantly throws the investigation into panic.
What the f*** was that?
What?
It was a thud. Thud.
I never heard that.
I did.
I can't hear what he's hearing, that big thud.
I'm having to go into night vision. Because I don't trust that people can see what we're doing, like. I don't know what words I'm supposed to can use here.
You know what? I'm going to take this out.
Then the footsteps start. Slow, heavy crunches moving through the leaves just outside the tents. It sounds like something is pacing around them, close enough to make the fabric walls feel useless. With the forest pitch black and the car too far away, leaving would be even riskier, so they stay locked inside, keep a camera running, and wait out the night in the cold until daylight finally comes. On April 28, 2026, Camping with Sam Bananas set up at a quiet lakeside spot in Michigan. His channel follows solo outdoor trips, stealth camps, bushcraft practice, and real wilderness moments, often with his dogs along for the experience. This trip was meant to be a 3-day camp, but the setting quickly gave it a much heavier atmosphere.
Got the tent partially staked out. Now our next step is going to be to set up the rest of our camp furniture. Donatello. Now this is an indoor-outdoor carpet, so it's meant to get dirty and can go right into the washer when we get home. And hopefully this will make Sparky a little more comfortable in his campsite here. So I do have some new gear on this trip. This stuff is a little bulkier, but it's still fairly compact, and I think it's gonna help my car camping setups and just make things get set up quite a bit easier. Look at that. Okay, I forgot the hot tent is over here, so I will need to go ahead and move the cot over here, and then I'm going to do the table in the back, and then we can fiddle with it tomorrow if it's not super comfortable.
Sam reaches the remote lakeside camp with Sparky and starts settling in for a 3-day solo trip. The evening begins normally with the hot tent setup and camp gear arranged, but as the temperature drops and night covers the Michigan woods, the isolation starts to feel much stronger.
I mean, that is right on the other side of my campsite. I got Sparky in the car. Yeah, he's not coming out for now. I don't know what the heck that is. Through there.
The quiet breaks when distant howls and barking erupt from somewhere out in the dark. The sounds are frantic and constant, too intense to feel like normal night wildlife. Sam immediately goes on alert as the calm campsite turns tense.
We can investigate.
Sam manages to film a headlamp moving through the thick woods near camp. The light slips in and out between the trees with clear direction, showing that someone is out there in the dark, close enough to be a real concern. Then he notices the person looking up into the branches, which makes the whole situation feel even stranger. Worried about Sparky, Sam puts him safely in the vehicle and keeps watching the area.
That thing with the dog and the lights and stuff, that was super bizarre, and I really don't know what that could have been, to be honest. If I had to take like a wild stab in the dark, I thought like maybe someone's dog had gotten caught or something. The person had a headlamp on and was clearly looking up into a tree, so maybe they have like a hunting dog that's trained to like chase down raccoons and stuff. I know that's a thing, and yeah, I don't know. But I have to assume that was probably it, because the guy came over, seemed to maybe have gotten the dog back in the car, and from what I could tell, drove away. Hopefully everything's okay, and it is what it is. I am knackered. I'm gonna have to figure out how to climb into this bed, because Sparky has basically claimed it at this point, but we'll sort something out, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning.
The tension stays with Sam as he tries to explain it logically. Maybe it was a local hunter using dogs to track raccoons, especially since the person kept shining the light up into the trees. Still, seeing someone moving around near camp in the middle of the night is a harsh reminder of how unpredictable solo camping can be. The rest of the trip brings cold temperatures and heavy rain, but that headlamp in the woods remains the part that feels hardest to shake. On April 4th, 2026, Brothers Wild headed into Rendlesham Forest in Suffolk, England. The UK channel follows a raw vlog-style approach to camping, with the brothers choosing places known for atmosphere, strange stories, and unsettling local lore. No overdone survival act, just real reactions in places where the mood already feels off.
We are camping! Carping! Oh my god.
Where's that come from?
Watch how I get flooded now, we have to leave all tents and ankles. Just tell.
What's that? Noise.
You're a plane, not a plane. You're humming noise.
Aliens! Oh. Get my voice. Oh, give me that. That's warm. I can tell it's warm already. Really warm. $7.99.
Bad.
What's it called?
You radicals.
You radicals.
Yeah. You get what you give it, Tom.
Right guys, the sun is just going down. We're going to go into the forest now. Going to have a little walk around, a little explore. Hopefully we get some weird disc coming down, descending upon us and beaming us up. But we don't know. We're going to have a look anyway. So it's getting dark. We've had some nice couple of beers. We're going to have some food a bit later on. Yeah.
Feel good burgers are back.
Feel good burgers, baby. Right then, let's go on the hunt for UFO and alien species, which we're definitely going to be in this forest tonight because it's Brothers Wild. Yeah. Right then. This is the forest that there's been sightings of aliens and stuff like that.
I don't think there's any aliens here.
No.
How is this path even like? It's like it's been carved out.
I know.
Sorry, is my light too bright?
No, it's fine.
As daylight disappears, the weather turns strange, shifting from clear skies to sudden bursts of snow that force them back into the vehicle. Once the storm clears and darkness settles over the forest, Ash and Lewis leave the main trail and head into the thicker, restricted tree line, recording the night hike in their usual raw vlog style.
What?
There, on the right. What's that?
Where? Oh, there's lights!
Look.
There's lights!
Look!
What's that? Oh my god, what is that? Red and green. Red and green lights. Oh my god. Oh my god, no!
Sorry, it's just a torch.
Oh.
It's just a torch, bro. It's just
a torch. Quiet. See the eyes? Oh, I got it on camera. What is it?
Whoa. It's going across.
What is that?
What's that? Wait.
What is that?
Oh, it's big. It's big. What is that? It's massive.
Turn this off. What's that?
Turn all lights off.
It looks
Turn all lights off, Parker, look.
It looks like sort of like a cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look.
Should you have a look?
I think they've gone, bro.
After the storm, they step back into total darkness, and the forest feels unnervingly still. Suddenly, red and green lights flicker between the trees, setting off a brief wave of fear before it turns out to be a friend messing around with a torch. The joke breaks the tension for a moment, but once it passes, the silence around them feels even heavier.
Look into the woods. What?
Oh, yeah,
It's a light.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, yeah, but you.
The light, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was light.
It's gone, huh?
It's right in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, that was light. There is no paths there.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. There it is again.
See it over there.
I've definitely seen a light there. It looked like a...
Yeah, I see it. It's gone again.
Yeah.
Moving through the dark brush, their torch catches a pair of glowing eyes staring back from the trees. For a moment, they follow what looks like a large, low-moving animal rushing across the tree line until it finally comes into view as a wild deer. The relief does not last long. A loud, strange scream suddenly cuts through the quiet, nothing like the deer, foxes, or owls they know. The sound is enough to make them stop and head back toward camp. Later, standing near the same forest linked to the Rendlesham incident, the night leaves them with the uneasy mix of moving lights, heavy silence, and a scream that still does not feel easy to explain. On May 7th, 2026, Cliffhanger Paranormal and Cryptid Encounters headed into Morton National Park near Shoalhaven River in New South Wales, Australia. The channel focuses on raw field investigations into yowies and other cryptids using witness interviews, on-foot searches, and thermal gear in places most researchers would avoid. Somehow the footage made it back online, and this is where the case begins.
Just found a little bit of a branch break here. Could be human, possibly is human. However, when me and the Skyra gang were here last time, Bretto and that, this was here, so it's not new or anything like that. But it wasn't here before that when I came here with the kids and my girlfriend that time, so who knows? What do you reckon? So I'm just coming up to the top of the gorge now where you start to descend to the river. And I think just here to my right, I can hear a bit of banging. It sounds like wood knocking. So this is more or less the exact same spot that me and the Skyra crew also heard some loud wood knocking. We all paused and stopped. So I don't know if there's a bit of a sentry posted up here or what the go is, but it sounded very wood knocky. We still don't know what wood knocks mean. However, probably stands to reason that if there's a human coming into the area.
Ben treks about 5 kilometers off-grid through thick, rough bushland. Then a branch snaps, followed by a deep wood knock from the top of the gorge. The same kind of lookout-style sound he and other teams have reported there before.
A lot of them. Well, there's plenty of these around, eh? I have no doubt in my mind that Dullaga are using a lot of these caves and overhangs just as somewhere to seek refuge out of the elements. I'll give you a geezer. These ones over here too. So these are just behind the tent where I set the tent up. So the tent's just there. Have a go at them. Some of them are real elaborate.
As night settles in, Ben turns the audio gain up and follows the sound of something large moving through the dense bush. His thermal and IR gear cannot see through the thick vegetation, leaving the source hidden but clearly active nearby.
Hello?
While scanning with a thermal monocular, Ben suddenly hears something hit the ground nearby, as if it was thrown from the bush straight toward him. The optic shows nothing, so he tries to keep things calm with a friendly greeting, but the throwing continues, making it feel deliberate rather than random.
You can't see what's going on, but I've got to point the mic this way. Something going on in the bush.
By morning, Ben says the night took a disturbing turn when heavy footsteps circled his tent, followed by a sleep paralysis episode where he felt completely frozen and sensed something standing right beside him inside the shelter before it disappeared. A later sweep adds another strange detail, a stacked stick hunting blind overlooking the creek, apparently not there before, with no clear tracks on the hard ground, but signs of mimicry, thrown objects, and that intense night encounter. Ben leaves convinced the area is a serious hotspot. On October 19th, 2025, Kev's outdoor adventures headed to Heartburn Grotto in England. Kev, Connor, and Troy are three wild campers known for exploring historic, abandoned, and supposedly haunted places with raw reactions, casual British humor, and the occasional real scare. A 400-year-old man-made cave sounded like a perfect atmospheric camp until they noticed the egg sacs, and the night started feeling a lot less fun.
Sock. Oh. Let's have a look inside, guys.
What's this called again?
Heartburn Grotto.
Guys, this is Heartburn Grotto.
We've even got a fire.
So we're coming into this cave. Whoa.
There's the chimney. There's a chimney there. There's a built-in chimney as well, I think.
Yeah, fireplace with a seat in front of it. There's the fireplace. This is all the using the room.
Who the this lying here? That's Aha! There's Connor's bed.
They arrive late and make their way down a steep, slippery drop in complete darkness before finally reaching the old cave. With only flashlights to guide them, the plan is simple. Get inside, set up camp, make a fire, and stay the night. But as soon as they step in, the mood changes, because it becomes clear the cave is already occupied.
It's lying here. Aha! There's Connor's bed.
There's loads of space in there, man, isn't there?
It's either this bit or that bit outside.
Where's my bed? Down there.
Yours was a bit rocky, like, but
well, guys, this was the plan. Look at that spider! Sleeping here, but not much room. Come on, let's jump past that, mate.
As they carry their gear farther inside, Kev spots an unnervingly large spider clinging to the cave, big enough to make the whole camp idea feel questionable. Then they find a huge dead moth nearby, making it clear these cave roommates are not exactly harmless background scenery.
River, what the?
Oh, look, size up with the... Wait, that's a big lad. Mate, it's full of spiders.
Yeah, I'm going to just watch Kev from here because it looks...
Mate, loads of them.
Mate, them giant spider eggs, isn't there?
Massive. They're eggs, them.
Bloody hell.
Mate, look at them. Look at this lad here. Huge.
I'll let you come out now.
It's got teeth. Well, when you turn around, have a look one behind you as well. They are huge. David, let your head
Deeper inside the spider-filled tunnel, Kev warns Troy to pull his hood up so nothing drops down his back. As they move on, they find even bigger hollow spider shells, old shed skins from spiders that have grown disturbingly large and could still be hiding inside the cracks of the cave walls.
We've got the fire on, but we're getting smoked in. Loads of smoke all over the place, coming through the walls. Going out the top. Luckily, we've got a massive gap here for the garden house. We'll be smoked out.
I wonder if that's why all the spiders are coming down them.
We've smoked them out to come and get one. And they're giant. Honest to God, guys, look at this one here. I'll bring the camera in a bit so you can see it. Where's he at? There he is at the size of that there.
With the grotto filling with thick smoke, a bat suddenly flies into the dark cave and starts darting around the group. The chaos sends them rushing outside in panic, trying to laugh it off with nervous jokes once they catch their breath. But even with the humor, the night has already turned rough, leaving them stuck in a smoky, insect-filled cave until morning. On February 26, 2022, Journeyman's Hidden Realms headed into Daring Woods, also called Screaming Woods, in Pluckley, Kent, England. He is a UK solo paranormal investigator known for spending nights in places most people would avoid, using gear like night vision cameras, EMF meters, audio recorders, and spirit box apps. Going into Screaming Woods at 3:30 a.m. already sounds like a bad decision, but the footage is there, so here is what happened.
See, I'm certainly getting some EMF spikes. I'm getting some issues with my camera at the moment, so please bear with me. So as you can see, we're getting some EMF spikes here currently. I'm not sure if you can see that. We're about, as I said, about a third of a mile into the woods. There's actually a split here. Hope you can see that. It actually runs in 4 directions. So I think what we'll do, we'll put this camera down, we'll leave it recording. And as you can see by the EMF, there's been responses.
Around 3:30 a.m., the investigator heads deep into the muddy woods alone and stops at an isolated 4-way path. As soon as he sets up, the EMF meter starts showing strong, steady spikes at the crossroads, creating a heavy atmosphere before any questions are even asked.
Said yes. Could you give me some sign? Flames. Was someone burnt here? Did someone die in a fire? I'm listening. Can you give me something? Could you possibly just give me some sign that you're here? Don't leave. Don't leave just come through on the Ghost Tube app. I won't leave. If you want to talk to me, I'm more than happy to stay here and talk to you.
While recording in the pitch black woods, his attempt to reach whatever might be there gets an instant response. A sharp voice cuts through the device with one chilling word. Yes, the timing makes it feel less like random noise and more like something nearby has answered from the darkness.
Into the woods any further? Or do not communicate with you? These are creepy trees. Are you going to scratch me to let me know that you're here? Please give me something else. It's obvious that you want to talk to me. And I'm very pleased that you leave you alone. I'm sorry if I'm offending you in any way. All I want to do is talk. Hell? Are you in hell, or are you telling me to go to hell?
Not what I expected.
After that, he opens a ghost hunting app and the responses become much more intense. Disturbing words start coming through one after another. Flames, don't leave, murdered, and buried. At the same time, movement suddenly starts in the thick bushes nearby, followed by the sound of footsteps running through the dark.
That's an odd feeling. Are you affecting me now? I feel like you're trying to affect me. I've come over very dizzy. Is that you? That's an odd feeling. I felt like something come up on me. I've just got this dizzy head. Are you attaching yourself to me?
What should I do?
First thing you should do is leave me alone if that's you affecting me.
Lower. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Asylum.
Asylum.
The situation quickly turns darker as the app starts giving harsher words like scratch, hell, and the name Catherine. Then the investigator is hit with sudden dizziness, as if something nearby is pressing in on him. Moments later, a loud crash bursts from the brush behind him, shaking both him and the camera. Realizing the session has gone too far, he apologizes, tells the presence to back away, and leaves the woods before anything can follow him home. The EMF spike, the direct voice, the sudden vertigo, and that final movement could all be coincidences, but in a place like this, it feels far too close to ignore. On February 26, 2021, Lee from Abandoned World Explorer headed out with his friend Dan for another late-night search. Lee's channel is known for eerie urban explorations and strange finds, and this time they decided to try Randonautica again after avoiding it for a while. At first, it was just meant to distract them from personal stress, but the night quickly turned into something far more unsettling.
What's it saying? There's the thing with these maps, it's literally like what should we do? Just walk over and down, or do you want to go straight down? I can't even see nothing but the thing. I don't really want to keep this away from too much because honestly these really freak me out. So I can whack the light right up. But literally just it's freezing. You're not cold? A little bit. As you're hearing Gook's, mine's shocking. Honestly, people, explorers, this isn't my sort of thing. I'm not really into all this, but I just feel like
After following the app's route, Lee and Dan reach the marked spot, but there is no obvious discovery waiting for them. Instead, the area just feels wrong. Disturbed ground, footprints, and a strange stillness that makes it seem like someone has recently been there. The longer they search, the less random it feels, almost like the app brought them to that exact place for a reason. Then the noises start.
There's someone over there. There is. Sure, it's a tent then. People there. Hello? Is that chainsaw? Ain't chainsaw. Is that chainsaw? That ain't a chainsaw, Dan. That's not a chainsaw. Hey? man, run! Leg. Where the fuck were they? Hey, where are you, man? Unlock the car. Mate, we were standing in there.
At first, the noises are so faint they barely register, but they slowly become clearer. Something moves deeper in the trees, followed by sounds that suggest more than one person shifting around in the dark, hidden from view. Then a loud mechanical noise suddenly cuts in, almost like a chainsaw or some powered tool starting up at the worst possible moment. That is enough for Lee and Dan to realize the place is not empty and they should not be there. They leave quickly, with the sounds continuing behind them as if pushing them out. Even after getting away, the situation still feels wrong. Maybe the app randomly led them into someone else's space, or maybe those coordinates were a little too specific to feel accidental.
Guys and girls, literally, we've just got away so quick. We've made a phone call to the police. The police are going to go there now. They told us to stay away. I don't know. It was so hard to see anything, but I didn't see the tent, but Dan see the tent 100%. Like, and he kept saying there's a tent there. So yeah, and hopefully you'll be able to see it at this end of this footage where we put it back on the PC. But this is why I don't do running autocar. So many times we go out and find nothing, and another time we come across weird stuff like this, and I literally just can't get over it, to think that straight away, like, I'm not even kidding, I don't know, Dan said they was sounding like it was chopping up stuff. It sounded like they were digging in the woods. Like, I could hear is this but maybe, as you said, chopping up stuff for a fire, I don't know. But there was a tent there. Dan's records, you definitely see two. I literally could not see anyone. My eyes, I don't know why, I don't know if it's this camera light walking through the woods was too bright.
Far from anyone who could step in, the difference between coincidence and real danger starts to disappear. If Lee and Dan had stayed longer or tried to confront whoever was hidden in the trees, the night could have turned much worse. In remote woods, unknown people with unknown intentions can change everything in seconds. They got out without a direct encounter, but the message stayed clear. Not every place is truly empty, and sometimes the biggest threat is not what someone goes looking for, but who is already there, watching from the dark. CJ Faison, creator of the eponymous YouTube channel, ventures into high-risk solo explorations. On December 7, 2024, he entered the Pine Barrens of New Jersey to investigate messages alleging cult-like gatherings deep in the forest, a journey that quickly escalated into an unsettling experience marked by isolation and unexplained human activity.
All right, this kind of looks goofy, but I don't really care. Technically, you're supposed to have a helmet on. And listen, I'm gonna start heading this way. That's weird. Okay, there's like, I mean, obviously there's people that have been out here, but that's a really big shoe print. Right there, right there, right there. Then they disappear. All right, cool. Sweet, what could go wrong? Oh my gosh, I gotta zip this up. Whew, it's cold. I feel like I look like Sunny right now. This is the Sunny helmet that he wore in that one video, actually. So, talking about this, the dangers. Again, my plan is, hey, I'm just a dumb YouTuber, and I'm looking for ghosts tonight. So, that's gonna be what I'm gonna say if I get caught tonight. But I don't know why I'm feeling froggy right now. Like I wanna find these people. I don't know why. Call me crazy, but this is gonna be quite the experience tonight for everybody. Oh my gosh, some deep sand right there. They're here.
The vague information CJ received referenced remote meetup points, unusual activity, and past discoveries of bodies within the Pine Barrens. Drawn by curiosity, despite the lack of confirmation, he chose to camp miles from civilization with a plan to move through the woods after dark and observe from a distance, fully aware that being seen by any actual gatherings was not an option.
That had to be the guy in the truck. So again, for everybody back at home watching, my plan is if somebody comes up to me, I'm just a dumb YouTuber, I'm looking for ghosts. That was loud. Definitely a male voice. Definitely came from over that way in the truck. I'm just gonna ride by. I guess,
Venturing further on his e-bike, CJ noticed an unfamiliar, turned-off vehicle parked deep in the woods. While its presence was unexplained, the pattern suggested communication without direct contact. Feeling exposed, CJ retreated to his van, but the situation escalated as additional vehicles began appearing throughout the area.
they're fucking stopping. They're stopping and they're pulling in. That lady's getting out and dropping off something. There's another car up here. Way up there. That Jeep's backing up. Alright. Let me go this way just a little bit. I'm gonna turn around. That Jeep literally was just... there's a lady, she just got out right where I got out. Or like right where I got off of my bike. There's another vehicle up here off to either the left or the right. I know y'all can't see it because I got my fisheye lens on. Sounds like that Jeep's going somewhere.
Returning toward his van, CJ observed an individual park and walked directly into the woods without hesitation, gear, or a clear purpose. Monitoring the area from inside his van, he watched the pattern repeat: approach, hesitation, movement, and disappearance, which felt less like random activity and more like coordinated surveillance. Determined to understand what was happening, CJ retraced the path taken by the individual who had entered the woods.
is that? Oh, is that a camera? What in the is that? What the hell? Disney on Ice? Oh! What the?
Off trail, CJ spotted an object resembling an unnaturally placed mounted device. This discovery, combined with the sound of multiple close yet unseen voices that began to sound like a warning, prompted CJ to turn and run back toward his van, completely unprepared for what would follow next.
Okay. Chill. Okay. Oh, me. How long was somebody out here for? Go out. Lights. Stop. Okay, so, alright, there's clearly people out here, clearly.
The mounting pressure from unseen individuals, prior vehicle activity, and potentially coordinated behavior forced CJ to choose between risking an escalation or leaving without answers. He chose to retreat, leaving his questions about who the people were and what they were doing completely unanswered. However, later that night, as he drifted off to sleep, something even more unsettling began to unfold.
Oh, what the?
unexplained, sudden impact struck the van during the night, though CJ could not confirm if the cause was natural or external interference. By morning, the area was completely still, leaving behind no vehicles, voices, or visible signs of the prior night's activity. While the experience did not confirm a cult, the repeated patterns of vehicles, drop-offs, coordinated movements, and unseen individuals confirmed a deliberate presence and intent. CJ was left with more questions than answers, realizing the real danger was what stayed just out of sight. Search for Supernatural follows Tyler and Jiggy, two investigators who head into some of America's most infamous haunted locations with real-time equipment and raw reactions when things turn strange. On July 7th, 2024, they arrive at Sorrowwood Grove in the United States, a forest connected to a double homicide, where the story already feels heavy before the investigation even begins.
Some of the most haunted locations in America in search of the supernatural. That's the REM pod going off in the background.
So we're doing something a little bit different tonight, guys. We're out in the woods.
Yeah. We are camping. So normally we don't venture out into the woods, but we could not pass up this opportunity to come to one of the most haunted places, which we can't tell you where it's at, but it's close to us.
They reach the dark edge of the forest with a tent and communication gear, planning to follow the lonely trail to the homicide site and stay there overnight. But before the camp is even set up, the mood shifts. Their REM pod begins going off on its own, while soft movement and footsteps seem to come from the darkness behind them.
Bro, you just told us in there. The camera.
He's got to back up.
Want a flashlight? That's what I got in my pocket.
What was that? What was that?
I have no idea. Something on your truck. Something scratched your truck. Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
What was it?
I have no idea.
Back at the pickup truck, a deep scratching noise suddenly comes from underneath the vehicle. It sounds like something has followed them back, moving around their base camp and getting close enough to scrape against the metal.
Bro.
What the? Bro, let's go. Come on.
Gently.
Which way do we go?
Necessary.
Which way do we go? Dude.
Swim. Abort. Mission.
Which way do we come from?
Dude, the obvious just said abort mission.
Abort mission?
Abort mission.
Which way do we come?
While pushing through thick undergrowth to get back, their OIS reader suddenly reacts to the surroundings and gives one clear word: pray. That single response changes the mood fast, making the forest feel less like a creepy location and more like a direct warning.
Fudge is going on. Hold up. Time out. It sounds like somebody's knocking on trees, like somebody's hitting trees with something.
After they make it back to camp, the strange activity does not stop. Heavy knocks start echoing from the trees in clear pairs, sounding too steady to dismiss as random forest noise. It is the same kind of pattern they have seen at other haunted locations, only now it is happening right outside their tent.
Jiggy.
What was that?
Who is that?
Hello?
Yo, come out. Come on. Yo.
Bro, there's nothing there.
What in the world is going on? Hello?
Tyler catches the outline of a dark figure standing near the tree line, but the shape disappears as soon as the spotlight hits it. They try to stay in the tent and wait out the night, but by 1 a.m., more strange noises inside the campsite push them past their limit. The team packs up and leaves the forest in the early hours, taking the footage with them, but no clear answer, only that one word, pray, still hanging over the whole night. On April 6th, 2026, content creator Dee from the YouTube channel Dee's Dark Adventures set out to explore an isolated, overgrown field near an abandoned barn. Known for investigating remote wooded areas tied to cryptids and unexplained phenomena, Dee's style involves nighttime explorations, where she attempts to provoke a response from the darkness. During this investigation, she used audio playback of vocal calls from previous cases to lure out whatever might be hiding. Though the field was initially dead silent, the atmosphere quickly shifted as an unseen presence surrounded her, seemingly determined to block her escape.
Oh my God. Where'd it go? There was eyes right there, guys. I seen them. Where'd it go? There was... Oh. What was that? What was that? I can't believe my call worked. Okay. Okay. Something was behind me and I heard it, but I don't see anything. Ooh! Guys, I need thumbs up. The fog's getting too thick. I can't see that far down the way. What is that? Stop. Nah. Dude, I'm cornered. Stop. That one moved. And there's one there. That's what made that noise when those were howling. Told you I heard something behind me. Absolutely freaking not. I'm calming down. I'm calming down. That's not, no.
Minutes after entering the field, Dee spotted a pair of glowing eyes staring back from the darkness, but the figure vanished into the tall grass before it could be identified. As she pushed forward, she completely lost track of the path, realizing that something was moving through the brush faster than she could visually track. The presence seemed to toy with her. Every time she aimed her flashlight toward one section of the field, rustling sounds immediately erupted from the shadows directly behind her.
Guys, I gotta record. There's something right here and the live won't work. The live won't work and it's right here and I don't want to be alone. Hello? Damn. They're all around me, man. Woohoo! What is that? I don't know what that noise is, dude, and it's freaking me out. Hello? Damn it. This thing is killing my shoulder.
The encounter grew especially unsettling due to the coordinated movement surrounding Dee in the darkness. She repeatedly noted hearing multiple sets of footsteps and rustling noises circling through the grass simultaneously, suggesting that more than one presence was stalking her. The tension peaked when she realized she was surrounded, as heavy movement closed in from both sides of the field, accompanied by low growls, distinct clicking sounds, and heavy breathing echoing from the shadows nearby.
What is that? Guys, do you see it? What is that? There's something behind me, dude. It's coming, and I don't know what to do. There's something down there. It's coming. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've had it. I don't know what it is. I can't, nope. Hey, stop! There's more than one. I hear another one.
Thickening fog completely disoriented Dee as the unseen figures circled her through the towering grass. With her livestream failing and no cellular signal to call for help, she lost the entry path entirely, turning her investigation into a blind panic to escape the field.
Came over here from a path. I gotta go back through that path. Guys, the grass is getting taller. Where's the hole that I came in? Huh? Nope. Nope, please, Jesus. Please don't touch me. Don't grab me. You cannot grab me. Jesus Christ, you cannot. Jesus. Why is my breath showing? Nope. Okay. I want to go to my car. Get off me. I'm done. I gotta see if I was doing fine with live over here. What's that over here? Nope, I'm so afraid of getting grabbed again, guys. This is not, I don't have anybody here to help me. I did not have any clue that they would answer me back. So one, either I did a really good job, or two, they've recognized my call and know that it's me now, because I've done it so many times. You know what I mean?
Dee briefly captured a dark figure moving through the grass just a short distance away, confirming it was actively circling her rather than watching from afar. As the growls, clicking noises, and movement intensified, panic set in, leaving her completely lost in the fog with no means of communication.
I hear it, but I can't see it. Okay. I still don't see it. If you can hear me and see me and you're with me, show me some orbs. Wait. That's it. That's it, dude. So now it's standing upright. Hey, now I went back down to all fours, dude. I just watched it. Hey, nah, I'm not going in there and looking for that. It's just gonna hide in all fours. Something's over here scratching. All right, guys, I'm done. I call it quits. I'm out. That thing's to my truck.
Near the edge of the field, Dee saw the figure shift to a standing position before vanishing into the grass line again. Terrified that it had drawn too close, she fled to her truck as the presence mirrored her footsteps until she reached safety. The encounter leaves behind lingering questions about whether she faced a lone animal, environmental echoes amplified by poor visibility, or a coordinated entity that intentionally toyed with her attention. On October 27, 2025, Wild About Wales filmed in a remote woodland valley in Wales. The channel is run by Ryan and focuses on solo wild camping, wilderness exploration, strong cinematography, natural sound, and unscripted reactions. He usually lets the location carry the story, and this is the footage that came back.
Everywhere's shrouded in mist, and these woods have got a very spooky, eerie feel going on. I got a feeling it's going to be a good night. I'm going to be using the OEX Bush Pro tarp for tonight. Also in here, I've got a lightweight tarp that I'll be using as a ground sheet.
Ryan moves into a mist-covered woodland valley that already feels uneasy, even before dark. He chooses a camp spot among tall beech trees and sets up his OEX Bush Pro tarp as the rain starts coming down hard. While protecting his gear from the wet conditions, he admits the place has a creepy feeling from the start.
I was urine. I was just about to go to bed. And I can hear branches snapping, something moving around out there. On the wind, it's just picked up. Don't worry, I'm not one of these YouTubers that does these scary videos. Grown men running around in the woods scared because you heard a few noises. That's not my thing. But it was definitely around. I could hear some noises coming from over there. I shone my torch down there. I can see a big black figure. Just turns out it's one of those horses. But it's so quiet moving around. It's unbelievable. But I wish I could pick this up on camera. When I was walking down that direction earlier, I was shining my head torch and all his eyes lit up. It's just a load of sheep grazing in the woods. But when you're walking around in the dark and you hear all these noises and see all these eyes lit up, it's quite something. And it's getting back to my little camp spot there.
Later, Ryan hears movement deeper in the trees and sweeps his flashlight across the woodland, only to stop when rows of glowing eyes shine back from the dark around him. By morning, the mist is still thick, and shapes begin moving quietly between the trees, matching what he saw during the night. The source turns out to be nearby horses and sheep, but their silent movement through the fog made the camp feel far more eerie than expected, turning a wet solo setup into one of his most haunting nights outdoors. On April 14th, 2026, Rick's paranormal adventures headed to Judy Bridge in Bradford, West Yorkshire, England. Rick and his crew run a UK ghost hunting channel known for investigating rough, eerie locations where old history and paranormal claims overlap. A bridge with a dark past is already unsettling after sunset, and since the footage was captured, this is where the night begins.
Back to Rick's Adventures, everyone. Thank you for joining. Tonight, I am returning to Judy Woods. Last time I was here, I was forced to leave because something drained both my batteries in my torches and it drained the battery in my camera as well. Tonight I brought backup batteries with me, so I'm not going to get forced to leave, and I'm going to complete this investigation into Judy North to see if she's here and to see if we can capture anything with Captain Beavers, the Headless Horseman, and anything else that might haunt these woods.
Rick and his son reach Judy Bridge, a place already linked with tragic stories. His previous attempt there ended badly after every piece of equipment lost power, forcing him to leave. This time, as he starts calling into the dark, the weather suddenly turns rough, and strange footsteps begin nearby. Footsteps that clearly are not theirs.
So that one's just gone off. Put your EMF near it, see if it lights up or anything. Spirit, if that was you, thank you very much. So you saw that I'd settled them down before that went off. They all switched off. So we'll see if it happens again tonight with any others that we've got. Thank you for that.
Rick tries to wake whatever might be lingering there by blowing a replica Aztec death whistle into the empty woods. As the scream dies out, heavy steps and sharp cracks suddenly break the silence as something has just moved off the wooden walkway nearby.
Glowing eyes? Yeah. Where? Come here, Richard, because you're better off with us. Well, what it big?
I don't know, something through these.
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't glowing eyes.
No, that's lights over there. They're like literally here.
Right, just stop here. We do not need to go further than this. Any spirits with us tonight? Can you come show yourself on my device? On my camera?
As the rain gets worse, the team moves farther into the dark brush to find some cover, but then they notice two glowing eyes staring from the dark brush. Rick stops everyone immediately, deciding there is no reason to push any deeper into whatever is waiting ahead.
That camera just cut out, guys, while I've captured an EV, while I'm capturing spirits on here. There's one on the steps. Can you see him? Why is that gone off? I'll just point that to the steps there. Spirit, show yourself on my camera. Thank you, is that you? Can you come closer to us? Looks like he wants to... Yeah, but to me it looks like someone wants to jump in. It's facing it, do you know what I mean? Spirit, I'm going to come closer to you.
The investigation peaks when the spirit talker gives a clear warning, be careful. Soon after, a fast black shadow shoots across Judy Bridge, and Rick decides the night has gone far enough. With the rain getting worse and the equipment at risk, the crew packs up and leaves. He came back to test the stories, but after the footsteps, strange device responses, and that final shadow on the bridge, the place no longer feels like just a legend. On March 18th, 2026, Joe Goes Trekking was in Mostyn, Flintshire, Wales. The channel follows Joe's solo treks, wild camps, and outdoor trips across the British Isles, often with his custom Yeti bus, camper van, and a raw first-person style that shows the experience as it happens. This time, the trip turned into a real scare, so this is where it begins.
Mostyn. And here we are, outside this beautiful bucket of rust called the Duke of Lancaster. There is, just the other side of the ship, a trail off the road. Now, I've seen online that you can get camper vans down there. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to go over and wander now and have a look to see if we can stay there the night. Let's go! So we're just coming along the other side now. Can you see it? Oh, look at her. She's a beauty, mate. But yeah, I've just seen along here. So obviously you walk down here now. And that's going to take you onto the coastal path, which you meant to be able to drive down. And well, I know it's true because I've just seen a van pulled up in the spot that I was planning to pull up in myself. Look at this. That's as close as you can get, folks. Yosny getting no closer than that, unfortunately. Like I say, unless you're willing to break rules and get in. Here we go, folks. Oh, I think we can get the Yeti buzz down here. Oh yes, there's space for the Yeti buzz here. Just wanted to have a bowl down to see what the terrain was like. But we can get the Yeti buzz down.
Joe reaches the coastal marshes to see the TSS Duke of Lancaster, a huge rusting passenger ferry left stranded there since 1979. He walks the muddy perimeter around the old ship, passing rough ground and dumped rubbish along the way. After speaking briefly with another camper heading out, he finds a strong camping spot with a clear view of the ghost ship.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh, it's a dog! Whoa! That scared me, man.
After dark, the marsh turns completely black, and Joe is alone inside his van when a strange green light suddenly appears outside. It drifts through the air with no clear source, making it look like something floating near the old ship. As the light moves closer, Joe becomes visibly unsettled, and the empty ghost ship setting makes the moment feel even more intense.
Oh, that scared me. Well, I got scared then, folks. I just saw a green floating thing and I got extremely worried. I thought I was tripping or something then. Someone walking the dog. But yeah, completely black now, folks. You can't see a thing, can you? Let's get the light on for you. How's that for you, folks? Hey? I've put your eyes on for you. The Yeti buzz looking stunning. I don't know why. Can't really have that in my face, Jesus. It's for shining the other way, that one, folks. But Yeti. What a camp. Ooh, we fell over. Oh, she lights up and reflects like a dream, doesn't she? Look at that. Oh wow, I never knew that. Man's got some proper reflections going on the back of there, hasn't he? What a gaff. I'm well happy with this. The ghost ship there. We have got a nice little spot.
The mystery finally clears when the floating green light turns out to be a Labrador with a bright LED collar, while its owner walks nearby dressed in dark clothing. In the blackness near the marsh, the person was almost impossible to see, leaving only the glowing collar moving through the dark. No ghost, no orb, just a dog. But beside that rusted ship, in total darkness, the moment was still enough to spark real panic. This one comes from J-Lark Outdoors, a solo stealth camper who uses night vision and infrared to film overnight bivvy trips in old ruins and questionable hidden spots. Just one person, one camera, and no backup. After Halloween, camping near an abandoned abbey sounded like the perfect eerie idea, but the night quickly turned rough once the mud became a problem and the app began giving strange responses. On November 6, 2025, he headed to Eggleston Abbey in the northern Yorkshire Dales, and this is where the trip begins.
I've got here, but it's one of the hardest places to film because everywhere you want to be, especially a place just over here,
in the cover. There's an archway out of it, and there's a house with all the lights on right opposite. So I'm going to try and find somewhere, bring you back in, and tell you what happened on the way in. As always, see you in a bit. Okay guys, I've had to go into night vision already, okay? I've got to keep my voice down. It's still early. I think it's about, I don't know, it's getting towards 10 o'clock. People's lights are still on. It's very annoying, this location, because they built houses all around it. So as I may have said in another video where I just did a visit here overnight, there's a house there, house there, house there, and they're all looking at me, all looking in. So any lights that go here, the potential to be kicked out pretty much straight away is real. So I've got to wait till a little bit later and keep my voice down. But as you can see, we are here. We've got the full night vision on. Have a look.
He turns up shortly after Halloween, aiming to keep the overnight stay quiet inside the open-roof Abbey ruins. With houses close to the site, he moves through the darkness using night vision, trying not to draw attention while setting up unseen.
So I've seen a light on that wall over there. So, like car lights or something, or even a torch. I think someone's on the window already. So, I'm not sure this is possible tonight.
While checking the ruins, he notices lights moving across a nearby Abbey wall and immediately thinks it could be security or a caretaker with a torch. He lowers his voice to a tense whisper, realizing he has nowhere to hide if someone has spotted him.
It did go off then. Okay, it said hell. No. Alright, I don't believe in that either. So, spirit, why would you say hell? Why would you say that? This was a place of calm, faith, worship.
He asks into the dark how a spirit could even see him in 2025, and the app suddenly responds with one clear name, Roy. That catches his attention because getting such a specific name from the device feels far too strange to ignore in the middle of those ruins.
Up here. Ah, no, it says up here. What do you mean up here? Up where I was? Are you there? Is that Roy? Hello, Roy. So Roy says he's up there. I was being rudely interrupted by Roy, but I was going to stay here. Now, I don't know how it's going to rain or whether I will get rained on.
The session turns sharper when the app starts giving linked phrases. Roy, look inside and look up. He admits this feels different from the usual random responses because the words seem too direct for the moment. As he prepares to end the session, one last word comes through: demon. That is enough for him to shut it down, leave the more covered ruins near the houses, and move into the open with his bivvy bag, where he spends the night under the moonlight reading local folklore about a drummer boy said to have vanished beneath the abbey. On February 18th, 2026, Dee, creator of the self-filmed, minimally edited nighttime investigation channel Dee's Dark Adventures, returned to a wooded stretch of state land. Her return was prompted by a live stream earlier that evening that had escalated into unexplained sounds and visual anomalies, carrying the intensity directly into this follow-up investigation.
So, I'm taking you guys where I went daytime video. I want to get back there again in the night where we heard all those knock-ins and stuff. So that's where I'm headed now. I'm gonna turn you all around. Let's go. David and Rylan are on the bus. Rylan doesn't want to, my son doesn't want to be left alone at night, so I don't care. I mean, I understand, so David can stay in there. He don't mind. And so that's what we did on the live stream. So I'm going. Here, guys, let me turn you around. Y'all missed kick butt live stream, I tell you that. You guys, watch out for breath. We noticed on the live stream. What was that? It's happening again, guys, just like the live stream. The breath coming down here at the lower corner is me. Whatever's above me keeps breathing like that. And the air is coming from above me down. It's been doing it all night. What is going on with these orbs, guys? This is insane. There's nothing here. It's not snowing, there's no bugs. This is what was going on the live stream. Man, they're everywhere. Hello?
Shortly after ending her live stream, Dee returned to the woods alone. Almost immediately, she heard a brief, forceful exhale from somewhere above her, followed by isolated stick breaks echoing from deeper in the trees. Additionally, the scattered, intermittent light anomalies previously reported by her viewers began reappearing.
Woo. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hi! Hello? Oh my god! It's gone. It's gone. It's vanished. What?
Dee spotted a large, dark shape partially obscured within the trees that looked like a dense mass of fur rather than a recognizable animal. The figure showed no eye shine and didn't exhibit typical wildlife behavior. Instead of charging or bolting, it abruptly dropped downward and vanished into the darkness without the sound of crashing brush or an audible retreat.
Guys, I'm really freaking out. I'm trying not to cry because y'all make fun of me for it. Did you see that? Oh my god. I did not like what I felt. That it looked like a blob of fur. And I saw movement, I heard movement. And I seen it and it dropped. We're leaving, we're going, we're leaving, we're going, we're leaving, we're going. What was that? Oh my god, dude. I can't flip the camera, I'm not turning it off to flip it. That's what we were hearing earlier. I gotta flip you around again. Hello? More orbs, guys. I can't get down there. Oh my god. Guys.
With her breathing growing increasingly labored, Dee began retreating toward the bus as branches snapped in succession behind her and heavy, deliberate footsteps compressed the snow. The tracking movement soon split into two distinct sources that perfectly matched her pace rather than drifting away. Realizing that putting distance between herself and the tree line would not be simple, she was left completely shaken by what happened next.
I don't need it to follow me to the bus. Please don't follow me to the bus. My son will flip. It's tearing the trees down. It's shaking them. Okay. Might stop. Oh. There's two.
We're going. We're going. Oh my God. Got a long minute. It's a long minute.
As Dee closed in on the bus, the heavy tracking movement behind her peaked, with branches forcefully shaking just out of sight before the presence finally stopped at the edge of the clearing. Though she reached safety, the encounter left behind deeply unsettling questions. The large, fur-like figure never behaved like typical wildlife, vanishing instantly without the expected physical sounds of a hasty retreat, and the tracking sounds maintained strict proximity to her route rather than scattering. Ultimately, Dee entered the woods searching for simple, unexplained knocks, only to realize that whatever was hiding in the darkness had noticed her long before she noticed it. On April 25th, 2026, Bean Outdoors was filming at coastal cliffs in the United Kingdom. The channel usually covers hunting gear, archery tools, and outdoor equipment, but sometimes those tests happen in remote places that feel far from safe. This time, a quiet solo trip turns into the kind of situation where being alone out there becomes the real problem, and the footage he brought back is where this case starts.
As there's been rumours, the hikers and walkers have been walking down here before and they've got caught up in the high tide and they've had nowhere to go but to retreat into the caves, and they've never ever came back out. We have to follow the coastline all the way back round there as the sun's starting to go down now, and we do not want to get caught in this, and it's really coming in fast. Tide's coming in fast, guys.
As daylight fades, he steps into the sea-carved caves, a place already tied to grim local stories. People say hikers were once caught by the tide, pushed deeper into the caves, and never made it back out. Standing at the entrance of a place with that kind of history makes the whole visit feel heavier before anything even happens.
Coming in fast, guys, and I'm still a good 15-minute walk away from getting up. And as you can see, there's absolutely no way I'm scaling these sides. I'm finally back up. Parking up, we'll go for, I don't know what's going on here, like this isn't looking good, this. A couple of people have just jumped out of it and started walking towards my car, and they turned round and went like down there, and I don't know where they went. Two of them. I'm gonna try and get some shut-eye, guys.
He escapes the caves and reaches a clifftop parking area to sleep in his Jeep, but the relief does not last. Soon, people start hanging around the area and paying too much attention to his vehicle, turning the spot from quiet to threatening. After dark, two figures approach from a nearby car, linger close by, then disappear into the shadows. Later, he wakes to a face staring through the window from inches away. Panicked, he shouts, starts the engine, and drives off through the dark roads. By the time he stops around 1:30 a.m., the trip is over. First, the tide nearly trapped him. Then strangers made the camp feel unsafe. With nature and people both becoming unpredictable, leaving was the only sensible choice. In October 2025, on Halloween night, Campouts with Jay heads into the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. His channel is built around testing outdoor gear in real conditions, often in places most people would rather avoid after dark. This time, the tent is set, the gear is ready, and the woods around him already carry the kind of atmosphere that makes a normal camp feel uneasy.
Whoa, look at my arm. Holy crap. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I used that thing last. I think it's actually my second or third video on YouTube called Heaven's Lake Campout. It was the first time I actually, no wait, I'm sorry. Camping in a Haunted Forest, that's right. Camping in a Haunted Forest was the first time I used this. And yeah. Ooh. Ooh. So let's clean it up, shall we? Because she is smoking. I don't have any oil, but I do have some butter. The week I'm gonna butter this pan. Well, you guys, this dinner is served. But gotta do a taste test. Dang, that's good. All right, it's time to eat in peace in the Pine Barrens. Peace in the Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens are haunted. Yeah, they are.
Night drops quickly, leaving Jay in complete darkness after his family drives away from the campsite. With their car gone, the last sense of security disappears too, and he is left alone in the Pine Barrens with only the tent between him and the woods. He climbs inside, zips it shut, and waits as the silence becomes heavier, the kind that makes every small sound feel too close.
Steak was filling. It's time to fire up the stove in my tent. You guys, look at this. Yeah, it's a little chilly. It is chilly. Okay, so tumbleweed, got the firewood ready. It's probably really a big log. And this is a fireproof mat, which is very important to use. Make sure the dampers are open.
The calm breaks when sharp, unsettling screams cut through the Pine Barrens, sounding neither fully human nor like any ordinary animal. Jay freezes inside the tent, listening hard as the noise carries through the dark from somewhere uncomfortably close. Once it fades, the fear stays with him, leaving him alert through the night with his lights on and attention fixed outside. Nothing comes closer, but by morning, he packs up and leaves, with the source of those screams still unexplained. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.